to Good Morning Football, The Long Show. Brian Westbrook joining the program. Not New Jersey on the way. We'll talk Steelers. Can they turn it around? How much faith do we have in them? All coming up right here on Good Morning Football. Also, the Eagles hosting the Bucs for Thursday night action. We'll get reports about what's shaking with both sides right here on GMFB. But right now, it's time for Whiteboard Wednesday. You guys ready?
Let's go.
This one furiously binging right now. What are you doing over there?
I forgot to do the research for this.
Let's talk about it. When asked about more attention coming from the LA football fans, Chargers head coach, my guy, Brandon Staley, said, quote, people show up for stars in pro sports, and I think our team has a lot of them. The biggest star of the 2021 season so far is maybe Brandon Staley, but maybe who?
Yeah, I'm going to go with his quarterback. It sounds very Chargers-focused here, but Justin Herbert has had a breakout first 5 weeks where it was like there were so many expectations over the offseason of him to somehow get better from what was an offensive rookie of the year and a record for quarterback touchdowns as a first-year player. It's been better than that, and he's been awesome in big moments. I mean, this game in Kansas City was like a coming-out party for many, but then to then go, shot for shot, blow for blow with the Cleveland Browns and then end up on top at the end. I think Justin Herbert, man of very few words, a man of not a lot of me. Justin Herbert is saying, hey, maybe you should look at this guy. I like him.
He is a beast. But I'm going with the King.
Go on.
Not the King, the King. The King, Mr. Derrick Henry. I mean, everyone in the stadium knows he's getting the football. Yet they still can't stop him, and they don't want to tackle him. 6'3", 250. Let me read some of this off. First game, he had 17 carries. After that, 35 carries, 28 carries, 33 carries, 29 carries. I mean, dude, I am not trying to hit that dude. And to watch what I think he's going to do this season, add that extra game, first back-to-back 2,000-yard guy. He's about to do it. The King, baby.
King. It's the King, you said?
No, it's the King.
King.
The King.
Awesome. He's not done great against Buffalo. They've had a lot of success.
I know, Buffalo,
so we'll see
I'm
Monday
scared
night.
about that one.
Do you guys listen? What's going on here? Tom Brady, established 1977, born the same year as Jessica Chastain, Chris Martin from Coldplay, Brock Lesnar. All he did was beat Dallas opening night, return to Foxborough and win that game, throw 5 touchdowns against the Dolphins. It's Tom Brady. I know it's not that exciting. I'm not going to trend. I'm not going to get big fonted, but it's Tom Brady. I have an honesty and a duty to do the honest thing here at this table, Ken. I'm going to say Tom Brady, established 1977.
I love it. Personally, you seem pretty connected to this. Do you look at Tom Brady at 44 and say that's aspirational, like 44 is the new 36? Or do you look at it like, I can't believe he's doing this, like I need to be better? You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
You look at it, which way?
I think a lot of people, when they hit 40, stop caring. Whatever, I'm married, I got kids, I'll let myself get out of shape, I'll just mail it in. Yeah, and the fact that he didn't, totally earnestly, I think is very inspiring, and I actually try to take something from it.
I agree. At GMFB with your thoughts after a big comeback on Monday Night Football. John Harbaugh said Lamar Jackson had, quote, one of the greatest performances I've ever seen. I'd like to know the most impressive performance in NFL history that you've ever seen,
That's
Peter.
Let's
go. Open it up.
He's been beating up on Steve Spagnuolo quite a bit this week in that Chiefs defense. Steve Spagnuolo and his defense with the Giants once held Tom Brady and an undefeated Patriots team to 14 points in a Super Bowl. I'm saying the Giants defense in Super Bowl 42 is what I say is the most unbelievable performance. This is a team, the Patriots, that were breaking every record offensively. Randy Moss had about 1,000 touchdown catches. Tom Brady was the MVP. And here comes OC and Tuck and Strahan and our guy Matthias Kiwanuka and Jay Alford. And I can go way deep with Dave Tollefson references.
Nice.
Sam Madison. Yeah, that's Sam Madison. The Giants defense shutting down that offense is still the greatest performance I've ever seen.
Where'd you take this game in?
Where did I see it? On a couch somewhere. It was one of the only Super Bowls I was not at.
Maybe a futon.
I watched this one, and I watched it with some friends and family, and I would be lying if I said there wasn't some Giants logos in that living room.
I'm going with my good old buddy Adrian Peterson. And back in 2007 versus the Chargers, 296 yards, 3 touchdowns. I had to really go back and think. I'm like, God, I wanted to put myself on it, but I said, nah, I got to give my man AP some love. I mean, it was just amazing. And I was playing during this time, so I had to go back and rewatch this game. And I was just like, dude, he is a man-child. Just the way he ran the football, the determination. Just so hard to tackle, man. If he ever would have learned to catch the football, I mean, oh, hell, it would have been crazy.
If he ever learned
AP never caught the football out the backfield, but
AP fumbled, too. Like, he wasn't a perfect player, but guy, I thought he was going to have 350 yards that day. It was disappointing to end with 296. That was a hell of a day.
He runs
I'll bring this full circle. This is a deep cut. Most impressive performance I've ever seen is the Pats O-line, Week 15, 2010. Now, why? They rushed for 100 yards against the Packers last night. They beat the Matt Flynn Packers, but because of this. Dan Connolly gets his hands on a kick return, and Chris Collinsworth on the call goes, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me." This dude rumbles, bumbles, and stumbles through the Foxborough night at 320 pounds and damn near houses the thing.
Yes.
It is still one of the funniest plays in this history of Sunday Night Football, one of the ones that Al and Chris still laugh about. The fact that the football was vertical, not even put back into his armpit, it was straight up and down, still reminds me of a 4th grade kid playing with the kindergartners. The Week 15, 2010 Patriots O-line, you are my gods.
Take me through your process with picking this play. Out of all the plays in NFL history, how did you land upon this Week 15?
I know Peter's going to go some deep cut. I know D'Angelo's going to attach to someone that he played with or against. Okay. And I'm like, I need to go here. I can't say...
On the list? Because there's a lot of here, a lot of choices
I know.
here.
There's a couple of that on the list, but I wasn't going to be like, oh, Brandon Marshall had 21 catches one. That was great.
It's the Chargers.
But I got to go with some sort of punchline over here.
Came up in the generator?
Yeah. I've been saving it. There it is again.
It's amazing.
It is really funny. Keith Traylor once had a long interception return against the Jaguars that was the opposite of this, the defensive version. 63 with the ball. And look at all the Packers are trying to strip it, and they could not do it. Matt Flynn did not have enough to beat Brady this night, but man, Dan Connolly was awesome.
Last one here on a Whiteboard Wednesday. The trailer, gentlemen. For the newest, I don't know how I feel about this. I have very mixed feelings. The trailer for the newest entry in the Home Alone franchise was released yesterday. The original is considered a classic by some. The sequels haven't been received quite as well. I'd like to know the most underrated movie sequel. Did you see this trailer?
I did, yeah. This blasphemy. Why don't they get Culkin and Stern and Pesci and do it properly as an adult?
Catherine O'Hara?
O'Hara's having a moment right now. Let's do it. Mr. McAllister has passed, but like we could make that part of the story.
I'm not putting you on the spot, but show history. Do you not have a history with the Home Alone series?
I auditioned to be in a terrible sequel, Home Alone 3, and I got to talk to Oprah about it. It was the whole thing back in Chicago. Very weird. My mom...
And you couldn't make it to the audition or something? What happened?
No, we didn't. My mom was like, I had to get like composite photos taken, and it cost like $99. My mom was like, absolutely not. That's not happening. We need to eat this week, so we didn't do it. Okay, the point of this whole thing is, I like the classic Home Alone. I like Home Alone in New York. I want to know the most underrated movie sequel of all time. That might be it, though. Home Alone in New York.
Out of solidarity with you, I will never watch Home Alone. I don't even know it exists. Is there a different kid?
I think it's like Scarlett Johansson that got...
That's who got the role over
I don't know. I think she's in it, though. It was just like a part for like one of his like bratty sister.
Okay, you could have been Black Widow. That's unbelievable. Sliding door. Peter, are you going to turn around Shanghai Nights right now? Please do not do that.
I want hoverboards. Okay. I want hoverboards, and I want it, and it's Back to the Future, too. He gets the gambling book. We know what's going to happen in the future, but there's also a Cubs World Series victory, and there's also hoverboards. Back to the Future, too. I loved it. And then at the end of it, there was a trailer for number 3. I'd never seen that before. I'm like, let's just sit right down and watch it right now.
They shot them both back to back.
Yes.
Right on,
I was in.
That's
Back to the Future Part 2.
I got Bad Boys, too.
Okay.
Talk about D'Angelo.
And I'm, the whole dynamic between Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett, Martin and Will, and Gabrielle Union's inserted into this storyline as his sister and them dating, and she gets kidnapped. And so, it was just, to me, an awesome movie. I don't think it got enough love. And so I'm standing on the table for Bad Boys, too.
I like it.
Martin gets his hands on some pharmaceuticals as a hijinks ensue. All right, so hold on a second. Exorcist 3, let me just break it down for you. The Exorcist 1, iconic, unbelievable. Exorcist 2, one of the worst sequels ever made. Exorcist 3 is absolutely terrifying. It's George C. Scott. It's Bradley Dourif, who you know as the voice of Chucky and from the Lord of the Rings movies. However, the strangest thing of all time, guess who cameos in the dead serious, terrifying Exorcist 3 movie? A New York sports legend. You would not believe it. Bring up the picture. I swear to you, he's in The Exorcist 3. He has angel wings. He plays the angel of death. Patrick Ewing is in The Exorcist 3 in an inexplicable, bizarre dream sequence. You have to YouTube it to believe it. Really scary movie with great jump cuts and jump scares. But Patrick Ewing is wearing 20-foot angel wings and waving to the camera. You could not make it more strange. Exorcist 3, really scary. Ewing, maybe your first championship.
Most people say The Empire Strikes Back, The Dark Knight, Godfather, Part 2. No. Exorcist 3.
Exorcist damn 3. 2 is terrible. 3, watch it tonight. It's Halloween time.
Brian Westbrook will be on our show in just a little bit. We've got lots to get to. We've got Which Guy Wednesday and fantasy. We've got lots of things to get to on the program. So we take a short break here. Big Ben got himself a big win in Week 5. What do the Steelers have to do to stay on track and earn the love at this breakfast table? We'll break it down next.
When you make a same-game parlay bet on FanDuel Sportsbook, you can make this, plus this, then this, all add up to...
No way. No way.
No way.
We did it! We did it! I did it!
All game long. With FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, make all your favorite moments of the game add up to one awesome moment. New customers get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. FanDuel, make every moment more.